Hey everybody, it's Jason with Parallel Reality coming back with you today with an article from the Federalist. This is dated May 6th, and it's called WAPO, as the Washington Post, wins Pulitzer after downplaying Trump assassination attempt as loud noises. And I think the video that I had yesterday went into some of the Pulitzer Prize winning stuff and how biased it was. Also about like how they don't want to be criticized for basically getting everything wrong all the time. And I was kind of thinking about this article, which I've just scanned through. I haven't read the whole thing. So I was thinking about this yesterday. So I might have referenced this one in yesterday's video. But anyway, let's go into it. It's a pretty quick one. It says, on Monday, the Washington Post announced that it won a Pulitzer Prize in the breaking news category for its coverage of the July 13th, 2024 attempted assassination of Donald Trump. The coverage in question, and coverage in scare quotes, said that Trump was taken away after loud noises at rally, according to a July 13th headline. And what I was referencing yesterday was just how, they like, you see the stuff that they're reporting on, and it's like, they're pissed that they get criticized for stuff like that. Like loud noises, they're friggin' gunshots. Like, there's a little bit of a difference in those two things. It says, according to the Post's self-congratulatory write-up on its award, WAPO's live updates file from which the aforementioned headline came earned the paper what was once journalism's top honor, the Pulitzer. It says, the Post's first report from Butler published almost immediately at 6:21 p.m. in a live updates file, the article reads, the source of the loud noises was not immediately clear. It says, but they weren't just loud noises. They were gunshots that ripped through Trump's ear and killed firefighter and father Corey Comparatore, who died shielding his family from the assassin's bullet. So that's a hero, because that's what a hero does. As in fact, the Post knew the gravity of the situation because it published that headline with the featured photo showing blood pouring down the side of Trump's face. Yeah, so that's just like, even like, you look stupid when you do that. It's like loud noises. Well, what could have taken off a chunk of Trump's ear? We have no idea. What could those loud noises have been? But let's publish that anyway. It says, yet the Post still went with and won an award for that angle. 2 days later, the paper's Paul Farhi defended the media's coverage that deliberately downplayed the horrific event, saying media outlets reported cautiously about what had occurred since it wasn't immediately clear what was unfolding. Dude, like, we all knew. Okay, apparently only you guys at the Washington Post didn't seem to know, and probably the New York Times too. It says, but being right rather than first with the news wasn't good enough for many readers, Farhi wrote, so he's being condescending. It says he later paraphrased Poynter report media columnist Tom Jones. It's not unusual. Sorry, I had to do that. Says who argued that news organizations can tolerate criticism, but inaccurate reporting destroys the most precious asset, their credibility. And yeah, the Washington Post does not have credibility anymore. And then right here it says, as if the Post has ever cared about accurate reporting. That's correct. If it favors Democrats, the Post does not care. They will say whatever they can to cover for Democrats 100% of the time. Says that the Washington Post can receive a Pulitzer Prize for describing an attempted presidential assassination as loud noises isn't just a media failure, it's the Pulitzer Prize's final self-immolation. If journalism is supposed to be the first rough draft of history, the Pulitzer just gave its stamp of approval to one of the most dishonest lines ever written. If soft-pedaling political violence earns the highest award in American journalism, then the Pulitzer is no longer a mark of excellence, it's a trophy for narrative loyalty. Says the Post wasn't the only outlet to push the narrative downplaying the assassination attempt, though not every other outlet was fortunate enough to win a prize for doing so. After news immediately broke, CNN claimed Trump's speech was interrupted by Secret Service, as reported in these pages by Camden Mulder. Yeah. Well, I wonder why it was interrupted by Secret Service. What happened to make them interrupt it? Something must have happened. Can you tell me? CNN, you there? Hello? So this is USA Today, which is also not very reliable either. Say they claimed, as reported by Mulder, that Trump was removed from stage by Secret Service after loud noises startled former president. Okay, so they put both of the two things together, the CNN and Washington Post thing. The loud noise and Secret Service removed him. But it said startled the president. Gee, I wonder why. What made him feel startled? What loud noises were there, guys? Help us out. This NBC News stated that the Secret Service rushed Trump off stage in response to popping noises. And an embedded tweeter from Drew Holden. This will be the final part of the article. And Drew Holden's a good follow as well. But yeah, you can see that he's got all the headlines right here from all these websites, which were just dishonest as all hell. So screw them and screw the Pulitzers because they're liars, obviously. So, I don't know. Keep ripping on the media and they're not going to change. Let me know what you think about this in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon.